Hello and welcome to Little Church Big Faith from St. Andrew Lutheran Church in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm Chris and I'm so happy you could join us today for the second Sunday of Lent. In the Friday email, your parents could have printed off for you the two bulletins, one for readers and one for pre-readers for this Sunday. There's also the Taking Faith Home sheet, which you can use throughout the whole week. There's readings for every day. There's devotions and prayers. You can keep that somewhere on your nightstand, dining room table, somewhere where the whole family can use it. Also for today, you're going to need a blank sheet of paper and crayons. And we're also going to be doing the activity on the inside of the reader coloring sheet. Also today, our story is going to come from the World Bible, the World Story Bible. So if you have one at home, you can grab that. You can open it up to page 14 because that's where our story is going to be today. And let's get ready to worship. Do you remember what season we're in on our wheel? That's right, we're still in Lent. And Lent is where we get ready to work on our relationship with God so we can be closer to Jesus, right? In today's story, we're going to hear about a promise. Do you know what a promise is?
Don't look at me.
Do you ever make a pinky promise? No? We're still too young for that? Okay. A promise is when someone tells you they're going to do something and then they do it. Right? So we're going to hear about a promise that God made to all of us. Okay? A promise forever. Abraham couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned, but still he was awake. Have you ever not been able to sleep? What about like Christmas? Do you get excited for presents on Christmas and can't stay up late? No? Okay. Abraham prayed, God, you promised that Sarai and I would have a baby. We're very old now. We still don't have a baby. Did you forget your covenant? Did you change your promise? God spoke to Abraham. Don't be afraid. I haven't forgotten about my covenant. You will have a baby. Abraham was frustrated. When God, how long do I have to wait? Look, and you can see Abraham here. He can't sleep. He's holding on to his pillow. And then this is his dream that he's having. God told Abraham, go outside. Abraham rolled out of his bed and rubbed his eyes. He walked outside. Look up. Can you count all the stars in the sky? Did you go outside and look at the stars? When you go camping? Can you count them all? No, there's so many. Yeah, you can't even see them all. God frowned. Abraham frowned. God, no one can count all the stars. There are too many. God's voice was gentle. Abram, there are millions of stars in the sky. One day, millions of people will call you their father. Abraham gulped. Millions of children won't fit in my tent. God laughed. It will be many generations of people. You won't see all of them during your life. Abraham, I'm giving you a new name. God continued. From now on, your name is Abraham, which means father of many. Sarai will be called Sarah. Someday, millions of people will call her their mother. Abraham trusted God. God would keep his covenant. God doesn't break his promises. So covenant is a really fancy word for a promise between us and God. So I have a question. How many people can you count in your family? Four. What about grandma or grandpas? Right? You gotta. What about aunts or uncles? What about cousins? Right? So it's a lot more than four, isn't it? And if we go all the way back, past your grandparents, past your great-grandparents, past your great-great-grandparents, past your great-great-great-great-great-grandparents, past your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents, it goes all the way back to Abraham and Sarah, where God promised that all people would be God's. All right, so we have a drawing craft today. On the inside of your bulletin, you're going to see this, color by number. And down here it says the colors, and then you just color by number, and there'll be a special message for you about Abraham and Sarah. On the back, you can also draw what God's family looks like. All right, have a great week. Bye, everybody.